Merry Christmas.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror Christmas Edition, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel every day leading up to Christmas. It chooses the movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about the 2003 film Bad Santa, which was directed by Terry Zwigoff. I'm your co-host Alec.
I'm Erik, and with us is a very Christmassy guest and the baddest Santa on the block, Jeff McHugh.
Well, that's right. How we doing, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, dude, welcome to the show.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Jeff, welcome, man. Jeff and I, we went to college together up at Suffolk in Boston. So just like Burns the other day, I'm getting all the college guys in here.
And Erik ran with us a few times too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you must have met back in like 2008, probably, right?
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. First year.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, you're running a winery in Connecticut now, right?
That's right. Hawk Ridge over in Watertown. Come on down.
Nice.
Boom.
Erik, you a wine guy?
I'm a beer guy mostly.
We have beer.
You have beer?
We have
do you now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we got beer.
What's it called?
Moving on up.
What?
Hawk Ridge.
Hawk Ridge.
And Watertown.
All right.
Yeah, right down the street from Avon.
Word. Okay. Definitely.
Dude, let's go when I get back.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
Boom. All right, you just got 2 new customers. Well,
There we go. That was easy.
Speaking of booze, this movie is pretty much fueled by alcohol.
Oh,
yep.
I'm drinking one. I poured myself a little thing right now.
Yeah, I got a little drinky.
But
yeah.
Hold on. First of all, like when Alec told me, he's like, "Hey, Jeff wants to do Bad Santa," I was like, well, "Jeff wants to do what movie?" I was like, "Who picks this movie?" Like,
so with Christmas movies, right? My Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers are the darker stuff. I love Bad Santa. I love Krampus. I love Die Hard. I don't know. They're just more fun to me. Now with Bad Santa, so I probably got introduced to it in probably early high school, maybe 2005. And it's just turned into my Frosty. I watch it every year, twice a year, probably around Christmas time. And it's got my kind of humor, vulgar and kind of stupid at some points. And yeah, it's just been kind of one of my movies that I'll always come back to. But I think honestly, one of the reasons why I didn't get so much bravado when it came out was it was released the same year as Elf.
Right. Okay.
And then those super far right wing lunatics were trying to burn it at the stake.
Elf?
No.
I'm
Yeah, because they said it ruined the spirit of Christmas, but I mean, I just love it. I watch it every year.
It's funny because a lot of people say like this ruins the spirit of Christmas, or like the Black Christmas, like the slasher movies that take place about Santa Claus, like Deadly Night, all those movies. Christmas, I'm not saying people get killed on Christmas, stuff like that, but Christmas is dark. People do get drunk. Christmas is.
I mean, I'm sure people get killed on Christmas.
I mean, Alec, real quick, I remember we were at Jeff your Christmas party a long time ago, and we were hammered, and we sang "Running with the Devil" by Van Halen. And I woke up the next day. It's like, dude, did we sing "Running with the Devil" in front of his family? And I'm like, it's Christmas.
To be honest,
dude, it's Christmas.
they were probably joining in. But yeah, I mean, that's the spirit of Christmas to me.
Just messed up stuff. Christmas is about family and drunk family, and let's have fun. Yeah, I like
not
that.
Not everything has to be, these happy Christmas movies. Sometimes they're dark and drunk and fucked
up.
But
this one, you say that, but this one has heart to it. This one does have a lot of heart.
You're talking about the darkest, pitted, soulless, crushed man in the world, and at the end of the movie, he still has a glimmer of Christmas in him. And he's like, that kid's getting his damn toy.
Even when after he eats the advent calendar, when he's hammered, and he puts candy corn in it that he had 3 months ago. That's good. I mean, at least he's trying.
I got admit, out of all the wheels so far, this is hands down the hardest I've laughed.
Oh my
out of all of them, hands down.
For sure. Sure.
Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, this was the perfect casting. I did what you did. I looked up some of these, a little bit about this behind the scenes, Erik. And Bill Murray they had in negotiations.
Not as good. Not as good.
And it would have been funny, but he doesn't have that edge that Billy would have.
Yeah.
But it was the perfect cast.
I heard Jack Nicholson.
And Jack Nicholson.
Well, that would have been weird. That would have been too much. He's too old.
It would have been weird. So Billy Bob Thornton's too young, as you're saying?
No, Billy Bob, I feel like he's been 55 for the last 40 years. This guy does not age.
No, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Once he turned 40, he's just like, all right, I'm sticking at this. He's still in Fargo. He's in that Fargo show. He looks exactly the same as he does now.
Huh.
I mean, that was 17 years ago, this movie. But you're right. He does have heart. There's glimmers throughout the movie where he's like, why do you have that black eye? And then you're like, stand up for yourself. Like, he does things because he knows what it's like to be bullied and treated like shit.
Like, that black eye saves his life. He's killing himself in his car, and he notices the kid has a black eye. And he's like, all right, I'm going to live one more day. Like,
that's right.
And he just goes and beats the shit out of some
teenagers, which is fair to me. That's fair.
I got nothing left, but I want to do this now. Like,
that scene reminds me, because this pertains to all three of us.
Yes, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, Mission Impossible.
Yes, I was like, this must have been some sort of like subconscious, influence, because we just wanted to see a kid get the shit kicked out of him.
Well, you guys beat the shit out of like a 3-year-old.
He was 5.
He was like 7, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Good time.
I guess that's fair.
Good time.
But yeah, I love kids getting the shit.
Do you have a favorite part of Bad Santa, Jeff?
I mean, honestly, I laugh at like, whenever the kid says like he's gonna make sandwiches, like wow, where fucking Nick keeps making sandwiches, and then the grandma's like dead, and she gonna make sandwiches.
No, she just like comes back to like, I'll fix some sandwiches. What are you fixing?
Sandwiches.
Fixing sandwiches.
Yeah,
like
there's like kids talking about like the talking walnut. Like what? He's like Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and the talking walnut.
There's
like
some bizarre.
What does that mean?
He's raising himself basically, so it's just like he's convinced himself that's a real thing. I don't know.
Well, and then you got the Indian guy at the bar that's just like, I'm not gay and I'm gonna fight Santa Claus. I don't know. It's just like some amazing part.
Bizarre.
So what's up with? I think that scene. So it seems like that guy's from Office Space, and it looked like he was like, I'm gay and I'm gonna do this, like this aggressive, like coming on to him, hoping he's gay in the parking lot and he'll have sex with me. That's what I thought was going to happen. But then he kicks his ass, and then when he says, I fought you in Vietnam, your people.
No, he's like Indian.
Yeah, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, but I think my favorite part is when he gets a gun pulled on him and he's like, yeah, I get why you're gonna kill me, because I'm a piece of shit, I'm worthless, and I'm gonna tear this whole operation down. But he's like, but why do you need all this shit?
Yeah.
And he goes into it. And I think that's his full circle when he, and he gets the kid the elephant.
He's holding the elephant. He's like, I got nothing.
Right.
Man. Look at me. I'm dead. Like I'm
right.
You tell me who's the bigger piece of shit, me or you?
Exactly.
No, I like that. But my favorite part is when the kids are wishing to Santa Claus and he's a drunk, disgusting, stinky Santa Claus, and the kid like spits ice cream on him, and he has it on it for like the next like 4 wishes. But no, one of the kids comes up to him. He's like, all right, kid, what do you want? And he's like, I'll have a Fraggle Rock car. A what? A Fraggle Rock car. He's like, a Fraggle. What the fuck is that? Like.
Yeah, just when he loses his patience on the kids, that like when he talks to Thurman, he's like, "Are you fucking with me?"
Oh my god, dude, that's my second favorite. I was gonna say when he's in the car with him, and the kid's like, and he's like, "Did someone drop you on your head?" And the kid's like, "Drop me on whose head?" It's like, "Drop you on your head." Drop me on my own head. He's like, "Are you fucking with me, kid?"
I'm gonna drop you on someone else's head.
Being such a drunk, like he must be in the most depressed, anxious state all the time because he's always hungover and always drunk. So in the beginning, when he just walks into the mall and he just sees that woman's ass and just stares at it like out of nowhere, and then they like rope him back in. He's like, "What are you talking about? You mean I can't perform?" Like he's living in his own drunken. Like,
he's in a haze, dude. He's done. He might as well.
Yeah. Like nothing's making sense in his own head anymore. He does it so well.
So I think they must have run into issues before, because he immediately, with John Ritter, when he's like, "You're gonna fire him," he immediately goes into, "You sure you want to fire like a short dwarf like black guy? I think that's gonna be a PR nightmare for you." So they must have had that planned out already.
Oh yeah, it's not. He's like, it's gonna be on the cover of USA Today. You sure you want to do this? Like, it's like what? And I think that's one of John Ritter's like last 2 or 3 films.
Yeah.
Right?
Sad. Yeah.
He did die pretty young. So did Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac didn't die
2
too
people
long.
in that movie.
No.
Right? He died of pneumonia, I think, or something. Some other complications.
Yeah. You can tell he smoked a lot. His teeth are like disgusting. Did you guys see his teeth?
Yeah, and I like the fact that he's always like eating oranges and like taking stool softener. Like, it's like, why are you telling me Bernie Mac's constipated in this movie? What is the point of that?
I don't
know.
Exactly.
Reason to share that, but they do. Like.
Yeah, I love him in this. He's so, when he says the pricks fix thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch that?
Yeah, I love that, and I love the prick fix, and then the half when they're like going through, like it's like 30%
and
half,
yes,
49% half. It's like, dude, who cares? Just give them 1%. Like I thought it's stupid but funny.
I like it when he catches the kid shoplifting. He says, "Happy Kwanzaa."
Yeah, give me your MP3 player, and I'm like looking at that MP3 player. I'm like, how old is this movie?
I mean, speaking of how old it is, the things they say in this too. Dude, we've been watching Jeff. I mean, we've been watching so many movies over the past few weeks of just like throughout pretty much from the 60s onward.
Yeah.
It's crazy how recently people were saying like unbelievable. You would never be able to even utter these words in movies today. And they're just casually thrown around like they're nothing in these movies.
Yeah.
The boxing scene with the little dwarf, he's just dropping everything you can't say in 2020, basically.
Yep.
And it's not that long ago. There's
an F-bomb, I think, at least every 30 seconds, give or take.
They said it's one of the top most sweared movies of all time.
I mean, South Park, they were longer uncut in this.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, I know Casino has an obscene amount too. Yeah. It's just Joe Pesci like, fuck.
So I was looking up how this movie did like around the world. It didn't do great, but it was funny. What caught my eye is so the title of this movie in the Czech Republic, he titled it "Santa is a Pervert."
Santa's a pervert.
I just like get straight to the point.
Yeah,
I guess
Santa is
like is a pervert. Yeah,
like they bring up like too. He's playing pinball with a girl, and she was 18. It's like, can you imagine like a drunk,
oh my god,
smelly Santa going up to? Oh my god, like.
But that goes back to Alec's point. Like, would that be allowed to happen? He's like pumping this teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no way. I mean, if they go into a pitch meeting, they're like, all right, here's like, we're cutting half this dialogue. And yeah, the whole scene where he's humping the teenager. The one thing that this movie did, and a lot of movies do, a lot of movies are like, oh, they swore in front of the kids, like Eastbound and Down or Trailer Park Boys and stuff like that. This movie, I noticed a lot of the times when the adults are swearing, they actually are in front of that kid, that Thurman kid. He's really there seeing all the swears. Yeah. Which a lot of the times it'll cut to like a single shot of the adults, so like, oh, okay, they're not really swearing.
It's funny you bring up Elf before, because I know the scene where they're fighting in the store, remember, and he's breaking all the Lego sets and stuff.
Yep.
The kids aren't actually there at the store when they're doing that. They shot just the kids reacting. So in context, like, hey, we don't want to show fighting in front of the kids in Elf. And then this, it's like, no, we're gonna do literally Billy Bob Thornton on top of this woman. We're gonna have the kid come in. It's like, damn, they don't care.
Not at all.
They made a second one too. So that was 2016.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
I watched it. I mean, I think it had Kathy Bates in it.
God.
It was just not. It was just
like beating a dead horse, but not as funny.
Yeah. And they even brought back the kid who played Thurman Merman, and he was older, so and it was just weird now because
he was like strange still, but
he was like 20, so it was strange. But I think he tried to have an acting career after this. I just like, what else do you do?
He's a cute little kid in this. I mean, he does a good job at it.
Oh, he's perfect. He's amazing.
You feel so bad for him.
He like wakes up Billy Bob Thornton, and he's like, what's that? He's like, it's an advent calendar. You get to read a passage, and then he reads like a long passage, and Billy Bob Thornton's in there. I just think it's so stupid. Like Billy Bob Thornton, like, what's going through his head? He must be hungover as holy hell. Can't wait to get his next drink. And this kid's reading him like a gospel verse, and he's just like, just kill me.
Like, so good. He's like, oranges, and he just like puts it on the table. He's like, fuck it. He knows a screwdriver probably. He's like, is there vodka in it?
He just woke up.
Dude, that's literally like a true alcoholic though. Like everything he does, he's drinking. The scene too where the kid screams when he cuts his hand open trying to make the pickle.
It was so messed up. Oh, I should have told you. It was gonna stink first.
Oh my god.
How about the scene where I feel like Chris Farley in the SNL, like, remember the time when you're in the Beatles? But like the whole premise of this movie is straight up, these guys are con artists. They dress up like Santa one time a year for 30 days. They butter up the place, scope it out, and they rob the place and book it. And then they go on vacation for the rest of the year. And Billy Bob Thornton is just drinking himself to death and like staring at young girls all day and being a total piece of shit. And I just like his alarm clock going off and it's Christmas music. And he's like, no, God, I have to do the Santa thing again. Like, it's like you work 1 month out of the year and it's not work. It's not work. But you know what I mean? To him, it's like, oh, I got to do this Santa shit. And he hears like his alarm clock. It's like, Merry Christmas. And he's just breaking the alarm clock and freaks out. I just think that's such a funny concept. Like a year-long bender, an 11-month bender, and he wakes up to the Christmas music. So funny.
Yep, down in Florida.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I had nothing going for me, like if I had literally no family or friends or whatever, I mean, like that's not the worst gig ever. Like, it's kind of fun if you think about it. Like, hey, it's exhilarating. I actually still give a shit about Christmas.
Robbing a mall?
I'm just saying,
you
like,
would rob a mall, Alec.
I'm not saying I would do
If you had
this,
nothing, you
but
would do that.
okay, listen, the Home Alone guys, this is better than what they're doing.
Totally.
This is way more strategic than the Home Alone guys, and they probably do the same thing. They're like, all right, Christmas. Billy Bob Thornton is just doing this just so he can be an alcoholic.
I wouldn't say way more strategic. He's fucking girls in the big and tall section. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You would need an Erik to help you with that.
Yeah, you need me. I'd be the guy to straighten you out and be like, what the hell, Willie?
Yeah, I wake up on the escalator. You're like, God damn it, Alec. You just
Going back to Erik when he's in Florida, I love it when he, it's like 12 months later. You're like, oh, you got like $1,000. He's gonna start his own business. He goes behind the bar. He's like he looks good. He's making his drinks, and the owner comes back. He's like, get the fuck out of here! And he starts like fighting him. It's like, why would you do that?
He's just a piece of shit, dude. He's a mess. But I mean, the point he brings up a lot is his dad. He has some serious daddy issues. Like,
is it dad?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he is. I think he is. Or I'm just pulling that out of my ass. I actually can't remember.
Interesting.
But I'm going to say yes.
like Nick Nolte or something like that.
Yeah, it's always Nick Nolte.
Because Nick Nolte. Yeah, the whole premise of Bad Santa is he had an abusive father who put cigarettes out on his neck, and that's why he is the way he is.
Yeah, I can actually imagine a scene where it's like, look at you, look at the man you are today. He's like, I'm a fucking loser. Also, the little person from this who's also in Me, Myself, and Irene. God damn it, he is funny. He is just
he's good. He's
rattling. I hope it was improv because some of that stuff is just so fucking smart. And
the conversation he has with Bernie Mac when he's like, "Well, these lips were on your wife pussy last night." Oh my God. I was dying. It is so good.
Oh, he had a rebuttal for everything. He's like, "Oh yeah, let's go with the little person jokes. I've heard everyone in the book. Let's go," like sort of thing. Like, yeah, he's great, and he was so good in Me, Myself, and Irene too. He had a nice little couple years there.
What did you guys think about Lauren Graham as like the love interest?
Funny idea, but like, is she what could she possibly see in him besides that he's dressing in a Santa Claus outfit?
That's I mean, is there anything that
sounds like again?
Okay, but like he is a real disgusting piece of shit.
She does turn him around though. She does turn him around.
And he has the jacuzzi towards later, so.
Because he's like playing house with her. I love the whole Mrs. Claus's sister. That's amazing.
So basically, her character is like she has a Santa Claus fetish, but she also has like a I want to fix men kind of like complex too. And
I mean, you have to if you're with him, yeah, pretty much.
It like works with him, and he's like, and he just when he's like grabbing her ass when she's doing the Christmas,
the popcorn.
And then she like takes it off, and he just immediately like he's in a trance, and he just grabs the zipper. Then she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So she in her audition, she humped a chair. I'm assuming she did the scene in the bar, and she started, humping the chair, and that's what they said won her the role. Which is like, I mean,
it wasn't Gilmore Girls.
I don't think it was Gilmore Girls.
Oh.
I think it was the chair humping.
No, man. I think her role was similar to Lorelai Gilmore or whatever her name is. Not that I know the name, but anyway.
But what a move! Like, good for her.
Yeah. Her character's not like the assuming type. That's not where I thought she was gonna go when you first see her at all. And I do like that little quick back and forth, like, let's just get fucking shit faced and go have sex in the car. Like that interaction's just happening when she just keeps pouring the Granddad whiskey back and forth. It's like, oh, they're gonna, why not? Well, I know where this is going. Why not? Granddad whiskey too. That is disgusting.
Nah, dude.
I don't think I've ever drank that.
Old Granddad's whiskey. I did in college. I did once. I had that before. It's not good.
Oh yeah,
it's not good.
No.
Does it come in a plastic bottle?
I think it did. It's like it's well whiskey pretty much is the best way to describe it.
It's well whiskey, but no, it's glass. It's glass bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. It's bad. I know that.
Yeah. I did try that. So it's pretty gnarly. Syrupy, very syrupy.
I was very impressed with Billy Bob's ability to just.
So he said he went method for this.
He was hammered for a lot of these scenes. I don't know how hammered he was, but he admitted he was drunk for a lot of the shooting.
Wow.
I mean, dude, look at him.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like shit. I mean, this is after his little like Angelina Jolie blood necklace stunts and stuff like that. Like Billy's had a like.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was early 2000s.
He played the president in Love Actually, and he looked immaculate. He looked very handsome and clean shaven and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, no, I love him. I think he's a really good actor, but he's just he can play the degenerate scumbag alcoholic really well.
He was in Love Actually too. He was the horny president who was drinking scotch. Yeah, so that adds up too. He's kind of typecasted. The scene where he's like, "I'm keeping a low profile," and then he looks at his car and it's a BMW. He's like, "What the fuck about this is a low profile?" And it's like, "What are you doing?" And the bottles are coming out of the car, dude. It's a little much. It's
that reminds me so much of like this could be just like a Rick and Morty episode. Like if they were to do like a long Rick and Morty where it's just like he becomes a mall Santa Claus and Morty has to help him. But that reminded me, his character reminds me so much of Rick in this.
Yeah.
Oh, easily, yeah. So I'm trying to find the moment where it's Marcus, right? His sidekick.
Yeah.
He lets him get away with so much, but it's got to be when he pisses himself.
He would use any other Santa in the world, but the one trick Billy Bob Thornton has is he can crack safes.
Right. So you think this is his last, like, all right, I'm going to get this, we're going to do this job, and then that's
he's too far gone. He'll crack this last safe, and I'm going to kill him.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but that must be a really hard decision because these guys must have been doing this for, like 10 years? Because, like, you're getting worse. Like, this is...
I think so, yeah.
So for him to just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like, that's a big decision. He must be one of your probably his closest friend.
Probably his only friend.
Yeah, so to be like, I'm gonna murder you and take everything. I don't know. Yeah, it's a big thing. And he gets shot. I love at the end too with the voiceover thing, and he's just like, "Yeah, I got hit in the liver." He's like, "That thing was fucked anyway."
He's like, "You bled on my present, so I bled on yours. We're even."
He has one kidney too. He says at the beginning of the movie, "Like, I have one kidney." He's like, "Oh damn."
He must have got hit 10 times.
He shouldn't be boxing if he has one kidney. Also, like that's.
Oh yeah. Well, and also it opens with him, like the movie just opens with him talking about like killing himself too. It's just like, I was thinking about killing myself. Probably still will. You're just like, wow, this is dark.
What part of the movie is the start of it?
He's in the bar and there's just like a narration because it's like a Christmas party and they're showing everybody like having fun. And he's by himself, just sitting there getting shit faced and smoking cigarettes. And then it's just like, look at me, like, yeah, I'm a loser or whatever.
I thought it was going to end up with him back at the bar and then, kind of do like a True Detective thing where it catches up to that point and then goes forward.
The ending's more like Taxi Driver, where it's just kind of like, it's just it's a voiceover of him, like, just narrating the letter he gave to the kid.
Yeah. I think the ending, I mean, John Ritter passing away too might have had something to do with it. The ending. I don't know. The ending, I feel like it started off with like, nothing got me worse than where I'm at right now. I thought they were going to show what it was to get him where he was at the bar, unless I missed something else.
No. The end. It's like the beginning is not the ending.
That's what I thought they were doing, but I guess I just thought that watching it at the start.
No,
I'm getting the sequel mixed up. So they don't go to the kid's dad in the. So Thurman's dad, he visits him in jail. Is that in the first one, or am I?
That was this one. Yeah, he visits him in jail. Bernie Mac does.
That's right. That's right.
The Coen brothers produced this, and I was like, that whole sequence felt very like Coen brothers, where it's just like there's a guy in jail and he knows something, and there's like all these characters have their own motives that are all kind of like coming together, sort of thing. And I was like, this does feel very like Fargo or No Country for Old Men.
They approach him to direct it, but they won't do anything they don't write. But I guess they were like, we've always had this funny idea of a drunken Santa kept in line by a little person kind of thing, which is kind of cool that they collaborated on it.
I remember my grandpa loves this movie. I like the Billy Bob Thornton guy. Like, I look how he gets drunk. It's funny. Like, it's just, but he also loves Frank from Shameless, and I bet Frank or William H. Macy probably took a lot of inspiration from this. I would imagine.
This movie kind of reminds me of like a Dennis Leary could have played Bad Santa too. I think Billy Bob Thornton is perfect. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's really good. This is kind of one of those movies too, where it's like Zoolander and Anchorman and Super Troopers and Dumb and Dumber, where I think they just waited too long for the sequel, and people just were like, I'm not really that interested.
Well, anymore. I think also too, there's like a lot of similar movies like Mr. Woodcock and like Drill Bit Taylor and a few other movies that were like kind of similar, I guess. I don't know. Just like unprofessional, degenerate alcoholics doing things.
Hanging out with kids.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. There was a lot of that, but this one I think kickstarted something, and it's special. This one has a different grit to it, and I like how it's a Christmas movie. There's really not a lot of like dirty Christmas movies like this. I can't think of any other R-rated Christmas movies aside from Krampus, but that's just because of like gore and stuff.
Like raunchy Christmas movies.
I'm sure there's like a National Lampoon's just like holidays or something
sure.
like that.
DAZE.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a headless girl's boobs on the fucking DVD. And a bunch of guys just like, hey, we're gonna get laid.
How about that shot when he's like really going off the deep end in the house and he looks at the advent calendar that he just ate and then he just
when he passes out
and that shot just like follows him as he falls to the floor.
That was great.
I like that shot.
That was a great shot. That was really cool.
Yeah. And I feel like, we've all had our fair share of drinks, and there's definitely been nights like that where you just come in and you're like, what the fuck did I eat last night? Oh my, but then you also like, he's so fucking drunk, but subconsciously he still knows, fuck that kid. So he like figures out, he's like, I'll take medicine and candy corns and like duct tape it back together. That's pretty
Someone messed with my advent calendar. It's like, no, dude, it looks fine to me. Like
I love all the questions that Thurman asks him about the reindeer, and then he plays along, and then he's just like, "The fuck you asking me this for?" Like, I don't know. Like,
no, but then he like finally lets the kid like, "Can I fix you a sandwich?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, you can fix me a sandwich. What do you want on it?" He's like, "I don't know, whatever you got. Do you want lettuce? How much?" He's like, "I don't know, kid. Just."
Exactly.
He's so sick of this kid.
I think it's interesting that Thurman, he knows there's no Santa. Yeah. He already knows there's no Santa. I don't know. It's just like.
It's just bizarre.
He still worships him. Like, I know there's no Santa, but like, I think this an idea he has. I don't know.
That's why it's so
sad.
dark. It's like so sad.
It's super sad because the like probably what happened is it sounds like the mother died, the dad went to jail for whatever he did, and then they put the grandma in place, but they probably aren't doing their due diligence and seeing that she has dementia, so he has nobody, So he sees this guy and he's like, wow, at least this guy's like sort of nice to me. So it's just like,
well, like think of the fact that he probably walked to the mall or maybe take the bus to the mall, went to Santa, was at the mall all day, stayed there while Santa went to the bar all night. Probably 2 a.m. at this point, and he's still there and like waits till Santa gets attacked and then like saves him. This kid should not be out this late. Like, nope. It's messed up. It's just a messed up movie.
And Billy puts the classic robber ski mask on, and he goes in the house, and the grandma's just like, "Oh yeah,
Grandma, how spry are you?" Like,
yeah, exactly.
His brain must have exploded when he's like, "Wait, she's the only one here?" And he's just like, And he's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
And this kid,
he's like, "Where's your safe in your car?"
Your dad have a safe, and like next shot, him stealing money out of the safe. He's like, "Cool."
He's like, and the kid's just helping out. The kid's like, "Oh, is this to fix the sleigh?" He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Start screaming at him in the bathtub, like.
No, but just then having Bernie Mac do that twist on it too, to be like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. I don't know what's wrong with them, but then he's in for it. I'm like, that's the Coen Brothers twist right there. That's the kind of
exactly.
It's a good movie. This is a really clever movie. It's a fucking funny idea.
They must have had a lot of fun making it. Like a lot, way too much fun making it.
Well, I'd love to see the outtakes.
The one thing that we do, Jeff, is we, on a scale of 1 to 10 snowflakes, what would you give this as a holiday movie?
So, in our kind of fucked up mind, or just in general?
I mean, just like, for you. I mean, what would your personal
average of those two numbers?
I'd say a good. That's a 7 snowflakes for me.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Very nice score. Very nice score.
Thank you.
I was gonna say like 7.2.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's lower than I thought, Eric. What did you give? Fucking Jingle All the Way?
7.9. No. What did I give it?
I think it was like a high 7.
Yeah, I gave Jingle All the Way a high 7. I think.
Oh.
But then I put it on steroids because of performance enhancements. It gets up to an 8.1.
You licked that soap from the Christmas Story a couple days ago.
I gave that one the highest score so far.
Yeah, I think that fucked your brain up.
Yeah, probably.
I'm giving this an 8.7, man. I think this is awesome. It shows a different side of Christmas, but it also...
You're giving Bad Santa the highest rating?
So far.
Jeez Louise, Alec.
So far.
Like wholesome movies we're talking about, and...
I'm being fair. I like Bad Santa. I like it the most so far of the ones we've watched. It's not the one I'm going to show my kids, but it's it's one I enjoy the most.
Yeah, you put up the tree to Bad Santa.
No. All right, well, Jeff, dude, thank you so much, man. It was really,
thank you guys,
dude. Yeah, anytime you want to jump on, if you see a movie, you're just like, I like that movie, just let us know, man.
Yeah, I will. Well, thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, Jeff. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Get too drunk.
I will.
We gotta spin the wheel too.
Oh shit! Yeah, spin the wheel.
The whole point.
Spinning. Here's a wholesome Christmas movie: Home Alone.
There
Home Alone.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect. So we get 2 like robber Christmas movies back to back. Great. That's great.
Wet Bandits.
Perfect. We got Jack Baca as our guest for this one, so I'll give him a call. And
Jack.
Perfect, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, thanks again, man.
All right, guys.
And we'll see everybody tomorrow for Home Alone.